Hi, ladies. How are you guys doing? Powerful women in business. What's up? Happy Wednesday, Wealthy Wednesdays. I wanted to drop in real quick and want to introduce myself officially to you live. And I know you probably can't see my face because I'm sharing my screen right now. But I wanted to give you guys a quick intro and say hello and just let you know how you can find me and get in touch with me. What's up? What's up? So if you're here with me or you jump on at any time, just say hello, hi, and drop comments. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll answer them for you. So without further ado, I want to say hello and thank you for welcoming me into the Powerful Women in Business area as a sponsor member. And you can just drop in, say hello, let me know where in the world across the United States or outside of the United States you're located, just so I can see like where you're from, who's in the house, right? I'm in Cali, so Cali's in the house right now, Orange County to be exact. And I service multiple states when it comes to insurance and retirement. And I'll get into which those are in a second. So, Cintia Diamond Consulting, we're a financial consulting firm. We offer personal touch, and what I mean by that is that we work with each person in business individually and cater to what you need, and depending on the stage of life that you're in, your income, your goals, and we work where you are at to help you get to the next level. So on my site here, you can see you can click and connect with me. That will basically take you to join my mailing list, where don't worry, I won't be spamming you. Don't have the kind of time to be doing that. But I'll send you some information about any financial tips or upcoming events, webinars, masterclasses, things like that. And then here you can get to know me a little bit more. I have a message for you, and I want to make sure that for those who are interested and are willing to create some discipline in their finances, I'm here to help you improve your finances where you need to improve, where you want to improve, and help you get to the next level so you can be able to create financial freedom. I believe that the majority of us in this group started a business because you wanted to do something you love, obviously, but you wanted to make money and enough to create financial freedom. And so that's what I'm about, creating financial freedom and being smart with our finances so that we can leverage financial products to be able to get us to the next level. And that means investing in real estate or land or insurance products, Forex, different things depending on where you're at. So it's important to learn about finances if we're going to get to the next level. And I personally started in the financial industry about 7 years ago, in 2012. I was in nursing at the time, and let me tell you a little bit about me. So I was in nursing at the time, and I always was an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I wanted to learn about money. My dad had made some investments. He's lost over $3 million in real estate, and in his retirement it's not looking great, right? So me not growing up in a family who could maintain wealth, it wasn't the problem of getting wealth. My dad was really good at doing that, but maintaining it through life's crisis. So life crises can completely destroy all that we worked for financially. And that's what happened to my dad. And so that's one of the reasons why I got involved in the industry. While I was in nursing, I got involved in insurance, and I learned so much. And I was like, wow, this is so powerful. Like, I wish more people knew about how powerful insurance products are when it comes to maintaining your wealth and transferring it on to the next generation at the lowest cost possible, right? So that's exactly why I involve myself in the insurance industry. Hi, ladies, just say hello and say where you're at. Just comment below where you're located at city and state. But yeah, so that's why I decided to involve myself in the industry, really dive into the industry. I love the industry. I love teaching it. As you can see here, I like educating those who want to receive the information, right? And then, you know, the community as well. On finances, on insurance products, on annuities, right? On retirement products that can help us have a pension. Even though we may not, especially as business women, we don't typically, if we're full-time in business, we don't have any company sponsored retirement accounts, right? So we are our own company sponsored retirement accounts, which leads me into the services that I provide, especially when it comes to small business retirement. Gosh, there's just so much money in taxes that you can be able to benefit from writing off by creating these plans, getting involved and putting money into them. So the services real quick, home ownership consultations. So I can do this consultation regardless of what state you're in. Basically, it's just a consultation that with my background experience working with risk mitigation, right? Minimizing your risk with insurance products, I'm able to help someone who's thinking about buying a house, get into the home that they can afford, and not by the FHA debt to income ratio standards, but by a personal finance standpoint. So we gotta take into account food and other expenses that come out of our income, our cash flow, to survive month to month, right? So if the mortgage payment you get approved because you met the debt to income ratio, well, those expenses that we incur, food and insurance and savings and budgeting money for travel and certain things like that, they're not included in that debt to income ratio. So by law, it's not required for loan officers to include that. That's not how the program works. But as from a personal finance standpoint, you need to do that. And that's what I help you do. I will help you review the cash flow, review all your bills, your living expenses, calculate the debt to income ratio. I am a licensed loan officer as well in certain states. So you can be able to click here for a consult. The consult's $97 for the consult. If you click on here, it will take you to my scheduler where you can be able to pick a time. Okay, so that's that. And then, so what do we do here? We do home ownership consultation, like I just went over, life insurance consultations, super important, retirement plan consultations. Those are for people who don't have anything in place right now, okay? But if you have something in place, like a life insurance, and you definitely will benefit by getting a review. I love doing reviews. I just did one today and yesterday, actually. And wow, this lady went to her bank, to her federal credit union to get a life insurance policy, and she had me review it. She is in the 50s, and she got $100,000 of coverage, and it was a term. It says two year 20, right? 2 year 80, and her payments were going up every 5 years or so. And she had no clue. By the time she got to 65 years old, she was thinking that she'd still have $100,000 in coverage to leave her family. And no, she would have to be paying $300 a month just to keep that coverage. And she started off at like about $60. So having a review is super important. So make sure that anytime that you or you know anyone who's having a baby or getting married or they want to buy a house or they just bought a home, it's time for a review. It's time for a policy review. And you can book that right here. Small business retirement and children's savings. I love setting up these children's savings plans, ladies, because it's super important that we start to be proactive. Whereas maybe our parents didn't have a savings account for us, and by the time we turned like 18, 20 years old, we were like, oh yeah, awesome, I got 10 grand in there. My parents saved 10 grand for me, right? Most of us, I didn't personally have my parents. They never did that for me, you know, and I wish that, hey, I graduated high school and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. If I had like 10 grand sitting there, it would be a really great help, you know what I mean? So we can do that for our kids, and I help you guys set up those children's savings plans. And the reason why it doesn't say college savings plans on here is on purpose, okay? It's on purpose because I don't just set up plans for your child's future to have money for college. I set it up in a different account, not a 529 plan, a different account where they can use that money for whatever they wanted. If they went to college, great, they can use money. If they wanted to buy a car, great, they can use the money. If they want to pay for their marriage, they can use the money. If they want to put money down for a business, like awesome. Like how many of you ladies who are in business right now and invested several $1,000s into your business and it kind of delayed because maybe you had to work towards saving that, would have been like, oh my God, I wish my parents would have had like 10 grand ready for me, you know what I mean? 20 grand ready for me. So we can do that for our kids. And that's how you book the consultation for this child savings plans. I absolutely love it. All right, so drop a comment, ladies. Drop a comment below. Tell me where you're at. Hello, where you at? And then lastly, here is the partner. So it's important, super important for me to share with you, why am I different than any other life insurance agent out there? Like, why are you any different than them? And let me share with you why. So I've been in this industry 7 years. And I've been mentored, overall experience, over 20 years experience with all the mentors that I've had, got the chance to learn from, right? And so when it comes to IULs, Index Universal Life Policies, I have a really great track record and references in regards to, I am one of the best agents that really understands Index Universal Life products, the cost, the caps, participation rates, the strategies, and how to design a plan so that more of the money you're putting in every month is actually going into the cash account where you're earning interest, versus the majority of agents who don't really understand what I know about designing Index Universal Life Insurance plans, is that your cash is not growing up until like year 3, 4, or 5. And when I set them up, I actually take a commission cut because I'm setting it up this way, but I know that it's more important for my client to have the best possible Index Universal Life. Because if you're going to have one, number one, you need to max fund it. Number two, you have to stay in it throughout the whole duration of the contract. And number three, you want to be able to set it up in the best way possible that's going to give you the maximum results. So when it comes to IULs and results, I'm your girl. I love IULs. I'm a nerd, like seriously. So I have actually am independent insurance agent. So that's another big difference. So why is that important than my State Farm or my Liberty Mutual, or my Farmers insurance person who does life insurance too, right? Well, there's a big difference. Here, I'm able to have opportunity to learn and have access to these carriers: Fidelity and Guarantee, National Life Group, Mutual of Omaha, American National. These are all big brand names that you guys know of already. So I'm partnered with, I would say about 7 to 10, depending on the state, different insurance companies, the top A-rated insurance companies, so that I can be able to now sit down with my client and say, okay, let's look at everything. What's your income? Where are you in what stage in life? Do you have kids? Do you have a mortgage? Do you rent? What are your goals? All of those things. Have you saved for retirement, right? How's your credit? All of those things I'm asking in my planning, my consulting, my planning, so that I can really get a good picture, because we can't just target one little area without looking at the whole entire picture, because one area affects the other. So because of that that's an added value prop of why people love working with me, and I love to work with certain individuals who really want to improve their finances. Like, I'm not really interested in like trying to beg people to be my client. Like, I don't have time for that because I'm too busy working with the people who really want to improve their finances. Okay, so if you're someone who really wants to improve your finances and you have the discipline, I would love to talk with you and see if we could work together. At the same time, being independent not only allows me access to multiple companies, that way you have more choices, right? And I can save you money. I'm also not biased to a particular philosophy, right, or strategy. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of buy term, invest the difference, right? And I actually, when I first got started in the industry, was with that company that their philosophy is buy term, invest the difference. And so the whole time I'm being told, hey, whole life is trash value, life insurance, don't, they didn't sell it. We didn't sell it at the time. They still don't sell it. So the whole thing is against it. So that made me want to go learn about whole life and universal life and index life and variable life and all the permanent policies. And why does it even exist? If it was so bad, then why is it even available out there still, right? And turns out, I found out that, wow, those are very powerful financial products, and especially insurance products. And everyone should have at least one permanent life insurance policy in their portfolio. Absolutely. So I will have classes and some trainings and stuff like that, talk about why it's important, okay? And if you are looking to have someone that not only is not biased, they have your best interest at heart, and who actually owns her own policies, that I own about 3 policies, okay? They're all for a different purpose. And maybe if we work together, you're gonna learn why, right? Or if you stay on tune into any videos and lives that I do in the future. Now, here's an opportunity to get a life insurance quote. The really, really cool part about this is designed this just for the people who are like me and want to be able to kind of shop around, you know what I mean? And kind of like see what's out there. And so I am showing you, I'm giving you opportunity to what I would normally see, where you can be able to get an insurance quote. Easy, quick, and easy. So you put your information in here. Okay, and I'm going to do this for the state of Maryland, so January 1st. And let's say you're an 80s baby like me, right? Okay, female. I don't smoke tobacco. My health, oh girl, I've gained weight. But I would say I'm still standard plus. I'm pretty good health. But if you're in really, really great health, you'll do preferred plus. If you have any kind of like medical condition, I would go standard, okay? So I'm gonna go standard plus. And so in this example, I'm gonna choose 30 years, okay? I'm gonna give you this quick, awesome nugget right here, how you do this, okay? So if you're watching, pay close attention and really listen, because these are some jewels right here, okay? So there's so much like people don't know about what do I need this for? Like, what do I need term? What's it for? And why not whole life? And can I have them both? Yeah, you can have them both. You should. So let me explain to you why this scenario here, right? Where let's just say you're in 1982 and you have, let's see here, you have standard, pretty good standard plus health, okay, here. And here's the length of coverage. So how do we decide how much length of coverage? How do I help you decide length of coverage? So a couple of things, okay, to look at is if you have children. So if you have children and your youngest is 5 years old, you got to think about how old will they be until they'll be financially independent and I don't have to worry about providing financially for them. So let's just say that's 25, right? So at 25 years old, and they're 5 right now, they should be financially independent. Okay, so that's 20 years from now. So in that case, you'd pick a 20-year term. Okay, does that make sense how I came up with that? Yes? Let me know. Feedback, let me know. Okay, so that's how you come up with the years, right? So 20. Now let's say that was true. You know, you have a 5-year-old who's your youngest. At 25 years, they should be financially independent, not relying on you, but you have a 30-year mortgage, right? So you would want to pick a 30-year mortgage, okay? And how do we come up with the face amount? So the face amount is the same thing as death benefit. It's the same thing as coverage amount, okay? Those are all 3 different words, but they mean the same thing, okay? So here's how we calculate this. The reason for term is if something like death was to happen throughout the term, in this case, 30 years, okay? If, okay? It's not when I die, it's if I die. Now, we all know we're all gonna die, okay? And if you didn't know, now you know, right? So we're all going to face that day one day. We just don't know when that is. And to cover that need right there, to have a certain amount of money, whatever you choose, including, you know, final expenses, to be paid out regardless of when you pass away, do you think you would need a temporary option or you would need a permanent option? Drop the comments below. Yes, correct. Permanent option. Permanent option for this. Okay. So, but in this case, we're looking at income replacement. So if you were to pass away within 30 years, what do you need money for? Well, you need to make sure that your children, 5-year-old makes it all the way to 25, or as far along the way as possible with enough financial help as you can do, right? And that's the power of life insurance. You don't have $500,000 in your bank account right now that you'll be like, oh, I died today, or I'll leave my children 500 grand. Like, you don't have 500 grand in your bank account, probably. You know, chances are you don't. And if you do, awesome. Like, we really need to talk because it needs to be somewhere else, okay? But yeah, so we don't have that. So this insurance is a cheap way to buy money ahead of time. Buy money in case something happens to me throughout this window of time. And that's what term life insurance is for. Okay, so how do we calculate the face amount? Typically, you would take your income, your salary, money you're bringing into the household to maintain this life that you have right now, right? To maintain that life, and we multiply it by 10 years. So that's your income replacement component, okay? Now, there's some other things that I would add into here, but just for the time's sake, okay, that's $500,000, right? So here I'm going to put my name, California, just to show you how to get the quick code, how easy and simple it is to find out how much it's going to be every month to have $500,000 that my children will inherit income tax free. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that. Life insurance is so awesome because you can be able to transfer this money income tax free. Like, what? Can't do that in real estate. You know what I mean? So let's view a quote. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So we have several companies you can choose from. Okay. Now, if you want to do this on your own, be more than happy. Do it on your own. You select a company. Now, I'll tell you this. Even though Transamerica is a little bit cheaper than American National, I'd take American National every day. They have better living benefits than Transamerica. Okay? So select this one, and then you will just put in your name, your phone number, your city, your state, email, home, phone number, everything here, an asterisk, submit it, and then I will call you and then take the application with you. Okay? So that's how easy it is. So last but not least, okay. What are our clients saying about Cintia Diamond Consulting and working with me, Cintia Pedone? Well, I've worked with several different types of individuals, and I just wanted to showcase that on here with a business owner, and with a travel registered nurse, and with law enforcement personnel as well. Okay, I have a referral program on here. You guys can check that out, and you can contact me by calling me at 301-300-4091 or 949-200-2726. And I'm here to help you. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Cintia Diamond Consulting. Like me here on Facebook and connect with me. I just want to chat. And just know that I'm here for you for your all these needs, okay? All right, ladies. Have a great Wealthy Wednesday. I hope that this was some kind of value or insight for you. Drop some comments below, share the video, and have a great night. Bye.